and minus 2 into k plus 1, or that x, minus 2 into k plus 1, all that x, is equal to 1 minus 5k. 1 minus 5k. Very good question, and I like it. Please let me just explain it to you very well. Equals to that. They say where k is the constant, or k is a positive constant, and so on, or it can be negative. They just say it is a constant. Find the range of values of k for which alpha equals beta. Very important. Please let us. How do you answer this question? You know that to solve a quadratic equation, x equals to negative b. X is equals to, for a quadratic equation is an equation with degree 2, which is this. This is a quadratic function. If you call it equation, you put equals 0. Then if you want to solve this equation, your x have to be equals to negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, all on what? 2a. All of it on 2a. Very correct. Now, a quadratic equation, it is a quadratic equation if a is not 0. If a is 0, you are dividing by 0. It means the answer will be infinite, right? The answer will not exist, right? Because you can't divide by 0. So the key term in a quadratic equation is only a. If the a is not 0, then that quadratic equation, I just write x squared. This is a quadratic equation because I have c, b and c all to be 0. I can write x squared plus 0x plus 1 million, or plus 0. That is still a quadratic equation, just only having x squared. Now they're telling us that this equation has roots alpha and beta. Are we there? That is, you get the first root is what? If you want to solve here, so you can say alpha is equal to negative b plus b squared minus 4ac, all on 2a, and then beta will be equals to negative b minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, all on 2a. This is now your alpha, this is now your beta. But I tell you that alpha equals to beta. If alpha is equals to beta, it means that something, all of this quantity here, this quantity here in this other part have to be 0. If this quantity is 0 here, you are adding 0 to negative b over 2a, and you are subtracting 0 from negative b over 2a, then alpha will be equals to beta. Are you understanding? So this quantity here have to be equals to 0. All of this quantity have to be 0. If all of this quantity is 0, in other words, my alpha is equals to negative b on 2a plus the square root of b squared minus 4ac on 2a if I separate it, and my beta will be equals to negative b on 2a minus b squared minus 4ac, all on 2a, but there is a square root on the top of that. Now, if I'm adding 0 here, means alpha will just be negative b over 2a. And if I'm subtracting 0, then negative b over 2 will be equals to 0. So when alpha equals beta implies this term here boils down to 0. In other words, negative the square root of b squared minus 4 over 2a, or the positive of it, have to be equals to 0. So let us try to know what we are talking about. I'm indirectly saying that the square root of b squared minus 4ac, all on 2, if you like, you take it to be negative. In fact, all of this have to be 0, equals to 0. And from here, you can simply divide all through by negative, it will be positive. So you still get, and you can cross multiply, you get the square root of b squared minus 4ac have to be equals to what? 2a times 0, which is 0. I can take square root of both sides. I'll be having b squared. If I take the square root of both sides, I'll be having b squared minus 4ac equals to 0. That is, I'll remove this square root by taking the square root of both sides. Indeed, they tell you to solve that b squared minus 4ac equals to 0, since the discriminant have to be 0 in order for you to have alpha equals beta. So now, which one now is our b and a and c? We just got the equation k plus 1, k minus 1, all that x squared. The a is simply the number in front of x squared, so we just got our a to be equals to k minus 1, if I've not forgotten. K is k minus 1, and our b is simply the coefficient here, that is negative 2 into k plus 1. So our b is equals to negative 2 into k plus 1. Now what is our c? Remember, c is something in this other side of the equation, so we have to take all of this term to the other side of the equation. So we can take it, we will now be having something like this. Let me just economize space. Let us say we'll now be having like this. If I remove the equal to sign, we'll now be having 1 minus 5k. So we'll now be having 5k. Where am I? So we'll now be having 1 minus 5k. We'll now bring it the other side. So the 1 will be positive. 1 minus 5k. The 1 will now be negative. Minus 1 plus 5k equals to 0. So all of this remaining term is your constant term. I forgot an x here. All of this remaining term is your constant term. So our c will be equals to negative 1 plus 5k. Are we there? Now we are just going now to find our b squared minus 4ac, and our b squared is simply negative 2 into k plus 1, all of you squared, minus 4 all into a, which is k minus 1, all into c, which is negative 1 plus k, negative 1 plus 5k, and I close my bracket. So you simply open this bracket and you get a quadratic in terms of k, and you solve that quadratic. So I'll allow this as an exercise for you to do, following what I've done with the other polynomial here that I have solved in terms of x. This is the polynomial that I've solved. I got x to be equals to, using the quadratic formula. This is it here. So you should also use it and solve that exercise and put the answer in the comment section below. I'll come back and check before you write your exams. So thanks for watching and have a great day. Please like the video, subscribe to our channel, it will help us a lot.